Hello, welcome to the JLE.
WTF is this?
The only way to find out is to eat it or marry it. What?
Went to the zoo yesterday and see gorilla walking like he was finna go home for the day.
Who'd let Caesar out, man? Look at Caesar. Yeah.
Either that or you just watch Supergirl. Keep walking, sir. Keep walking.
Any other part of the world, people would probably like freak the out thinking that they're being invaded by aliens and they saw a UFO. But in San Francisco, when you see lasers in the sky shooting left and right, you're just like, was that there yesterday? I thought it was green, not blue or colorful.
Can someone who lives in San Fran explain to me why the sky looks like something out of Mario Kart?
The only cloud in the sky right now. Y'all see it, right? These the rest of the clouds right here, the normal ones. These the normal ones. And then you come back over here, and this is seeing right here.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. Slam dunk, home run, try, goal, touchdown. It's just a cloud in the shape of a flying saucer just hovering there by itself, minding its own business. Nothing
To see here, move along.
In case anyone wants the official explanation, I nominate myself. That is an alien craft eyeing up its next guinea pig for some Friday night probing fun.
This thing's creepy. What they're saying it's supposed to be used for is like doing like wildfire work. It would be able to exist in those harsher environments. It solves the stability problem with a humanoid robot.
It's U.S. company Satyress?
What's a satyr?
A satyr is a male nature spirit in Greek mythology known for being part man and part beast, loving wine and acting wild. Same. They are companions of the wine god Dionysus. Did you read any of the copy?
It's like, if you need to stop it, that's like an impenetrable chest. You could stab or shoot.
It says the goat-like head with horns was an intentional design choice. It immediately reminded people of mythological satyrs, demons, and creatures from horror games.
As if our AI future wasn't scary enough already.
Enter the Satyress.
Why would they make it look like that? I understand walking on four legs, but imagine going for a hike through the forest and that thing turns up. Everyone be quiet. Stand still, it won't see you. Probably.
This is Donald Marshall. He allegedly is an Illuminati whistleblower who was sold to the Illuminati by his family at 5 years old. But one thing he talks a lot about is vril reptilians, vril lizards. So he specifically says that they're not shape-shifting reptilians. They are parasitic reptilians that go into these people's eyes and take over their consciousness. Of course, when you Google it, vril refers to a fictional, subterranean, or extraterrestrial race with a reptilian or angelic quality, and it's based on a novel. Marshall says that they call this a droning process, where the reptilian worm goes in their eye, takes over their consciousness, and takes over their host body. The Eye of Horus symbol represents this age-old process. He claims that the parasite goes into their eye, attaches to their retina, and the information goes down their spinal cord and into their brain. He also says that a lot of celebrities and politicians will glitch after this happens. I don't know about you, but I've seen it a lot. Most recently, if we look closely at the Horus symbol, you can see that it looks like there's a parasite going into his eye.
The idea is that A-list celebrities have sold their soul for fame and money. They are certainly suitably weird enough and not the heroes that people hold them up to be. But whether parasites enter their eye as part of their payment, I'm not convinced at this point. But the bit where they all do this one-eye symbolism is a little bit strange.
I've never seen this in the UK, never in London. I mean, Hyde Park! Nah, this is a too far.
At what point should we start to panic? Because records are being shattered around the world right now. The US just recorded their hottest month ever, beating the previous record set all the way back in 1936. 2/3 of England is now in severe drought. Yes, that England, after they just had their driest July since records began.
Moms and think I'm at the beach, bro.
China's largest desert just flooded after having its heaviest 24-hour downpour in recorded history. Meanwhile, Europe's rivers are having the opposite problem. They have fallen to record lows, which not only can be seen from space, but the dropping water levels are revealing all sorts of incredible discoveries. Global ocean temperatures just reached their highest ever in both June and July. In one single week, Japan, China, and the Philippines were hit with not one, not two, but 3 major storms, and France just had their worst wildfires ever recorded. But the craziest part, man, is This could just be the beginning, because meteorologist Ryan Moore suggests that the current Super El Nino gathering in the Pacific will be, quote, perhaps the strongest in 500 to 1,000 years.
Hyde Park looking like the Sahara Desert. What is going on with the weather in the world right now? We've seen that Super El Nino before, which is a terrifying thought. So like the mold in my bathroom, I'm just going to ignore it.
The movies, the incredibly successful franchise, the 3 MIB movies, were actually based upon real reports of people being visited by men in black after having UFO experiences. Now, although the movies were incredibly popular, they actually presented somewhat of a distorted image of the real men in black. In the movies, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones's characters, whose names are J and K, they come across as secret agents of some secret arm of the government. And that's certainly how they're portrayed. But when we speak to the witnesses, they tell a very different story. They talk about the men in black looking very, very strange, very often pale or sort of olive-skinned. They wear these large wraparound sunglasses, and people talk about how, when they've looked closely at them, their eyes seem to be overly large. And they don't seem fully aware of our mannerisms or our language. And this has given rise to the idea that there's some sort of alien entity that looks enough like us to where they can maneuver amongst us.
The men in black have been reported at UFO sites throughout history, at Kecksburg in the 1950s, also in Virginia, Brazil, where people reported aliens running around. The men in black came and told people to shut up. I think we're all aware of the idea of the men in black, but this is the first time I've heard the theory that they are aliens themselves. The plot thickens.
The guys in the black SUV, they're all in civilian clothes, but carrying everything. They knew my name. They knew my name. My phone is 3/4 full. All right, I have 3/4 battery. My phone turned off the moment they pulled up next to me. My phone went. What the just happened? So I don't know whether you can see, but I've got a car closing in on me. See that? He is coming up fast. And right here, people, is Area 51. He's coming up fast. Oh, there's a lot of cameras. Wonder if he stopped. He's not moving. Wait. It just looks like a few porta cabins, you know, and some barbed wire. But there's a lot of signs that says if you cross this point, you will be and it's silent, but you can guarantee someone's watching you. He ain't moved. He's been following me all the way up here, and now he's just still. Okay, let's see what this guy's all about. Now, you see that?
So that's Aaron Lambo. The car following him probably thought he was an escaped resident of Area 51. He's kind of a fitness influencer, but not really, who's made millions from suing the police for wrongful arrest. Let's just say he's very familiar with a police cell. So I'm not surprised he went right up to Area 51, because that is not the smartest idea.
Nobody has ever seen this before. Do you know what this is?
I think that's the...
Wrong.
Oh.
It's the sharpest ever image of the surface of the sun. The sun is not on fire. It's never been on fire, and you can see that in this time lapse. And it might help us figure out why this area around the sun, the corona, is significantly hotter than the surface of the sun. It's very weird. But this is insane. We're looking at a phenomenon that until now has only been hypothesized. Basically, all of this is plasma, and when we zoom in this much, we can see it swirling. We can see streams and waves of plasma. For some perspective, here's a size comparison of these structures and the Hawaiian Islands.
That is incredible to see the sun close up. If ever we needed reminding how weak and feeble we are, the sun entered the chat.
Did you guys know one of the biggest mysteries in Antarctica was this giant egg that nobody knew what it came from? So in 2011, there was these scientists that discovered this old fossil in Antarctica that looked like a deflated football. For nearly a decade, it sat in an unlabeled and unstudied part of Chile's National Museum of Natural History, with scientists only referring to it by its nickname from a sci-fi movie, the thing. Eventually, researchers from a museum in Texas discovered that this fossil was a giant hatched softshell egg from about 68 million years ago. At more than 11 by 7 inches, this was the largest softshell egg ever discovered, and actually the second largest egg in the world from any known animal, the first being the extinct elephant bird. And so the animal that produced this egg would have had to be at least 23 feet long, not counting its tail. The most likely animal that they think this came from is a mosasaur. The rock formation where this egg was discovered hosts skeletons from baby mosasaur and plesiosaur, along with other adult specimens. However, before this, mosasaurs were thought to give live birth instead of laying eggs. But apparently both can be true like at the same time, as they are thought to instantly hatch as soon as they left the mother, which is so crazy. It's such a crazy animal. It potentially lays eggs. It has a second set of teeth on the roof of its mouth like a snake, and it had to surface like a whale to breathe air. And overall, it's just crazy that we had a predator like this.
So it's a monster then. Don't worry, we'll be bringing it back using our dark magic in no time so that we can stare at it in cages before it breaks free and Jurassic Parks us faster than you can say how much for a ticket. That is crazy. Hopefully people are okay, but as if we needed any more evidence that nature can kick our ass whenever it wants.
I'm not going to tell you what this is. Okay. See that cloud? That's real time. Pretty amazing, huh?
What just happened? Am I the only one who has no idea what that was? He pointed it at the cloud and the cloud disappeared. But what is it? This has been the James Linker Experience. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch. I'll see you soon.